Hello everyone. Today I will be talking about Indo-Pacific region, which is becoming a battlefield for the 21st century. The upcoming decade is witnessing an intensification of global systematic rivalry between US and China and a consequence major regional tensions in all parts of the globe, with India being on its path to becoming the third largest economic power by 2025 and a natural long-term rival of China. The Indo-Pacific region is slowly but surely becoming the main arena of global power competition in 21st century. The shift of the term from Asia Pacific during the Cold War time, in which India was included, to Indo Pacific shows the salience of India in new construct. The popularity of the term Indo Pacific is an understanding that Ocean and Pacific are linked strategic theater. The Indian Ocean and Pacific provides the sea lanes. Majority of world trade passes through these oceans. Earlier, it was centered at Atlantic, but with the gradual change of time, it shifted towards the Indo-Pacific. Indo-Pacific includes four major economies: India, USA, Japan, and China. Now, different stakeholders look at the Indo-Pacific region in a different way. India considers the region as an inclusive, open, integrated, and balanced space. India emphasizes on strategic interconnection, common challenges, and opportunities between Indian Ocean and Pacific, while US considered it to be a free and open Indo-Pacific, highlighting importance of rules or norms of conduct in the region, thus trying to contain the role of China in the region. Meanwhile, Asian countries brings in China not only for the sake of giving it some stakeholdership, but looking for ways to cooperate with it in the region. Now let's look at the India's perspective of Indo-Pacific. A lot of India's special partners, the US, Australia, Japan, and Indonesia, look at Indo-Pacific as Asia Pacific plus India. They try to embed India into the strategic dynamic of Asia Pacific because they want India's presence in the South China Sea, East China Sea, basically to counter China. India supports rule-based, open, balanced, and stable trade environment in the Indo-Pacific region, which lifts up all nations on the tide of trade and investment. Unlike China, India seeks a unified Asia, not a divided one. China play off some Asian members against each other, thereby in a way executing divide and rule conquest strategy. The Indian government has introduced the concept of Sagar, which is security and growth for all in the region, and believes in an Indo-Pacific that is free, open, and inclusive, and one that is founded upon a cooperative and collaborative rules-based order. India doesn't want hegemony of any player in the region. India is working in trilateral such as India, Australia, France, India, Australia, Indonesia to ensure that China does not dominate in the region. Now let's look at the challenges which we face from China. China's territorial claims in South China Sea, its belligerence in East China Sea, and its rapid advance into Indian Ocean through ambitious strategic and economic activities like Belt and Road Initiative have challenged the established an international rule-based system which respected the oceans as the common heritage. Now, China has hold over Hambantota port in Sri Lanka, and many countries are indebted by China. China is also supplying military equipments to India's neighborhoods, such as submarines to Myanmar, frigates to Sri Lanka, equipment to Bangladesh and Thailand. Thus, in a way, China is trying to colonize the region. Some of the member countries of ASEAN have been under China's influence, and since China is largest trading partner and can hardly be sidelined by entire grouping, which further threatens India's relation with the grouping. Southeast Asia is at the center of Indo-Pacific, and ASEAN is important for India, especially for countries' Act East policy. Also, ASEAN countries know that to balance China in the region, India's presence is also necessary. Also, the Scarborough Shoal, which is located in the South China Sea, was occupied by China, and the Chinese prevented Philippines from accessing it. It happened only 7 years ago, and even after challenges by US, it is still under their control. So it clearly shows what the mentality of China is. Now, as India is expected by the smaller countries to help them economically and militarily, so a lot depends upon our defense and naval capabilities against China's hegemony. Minilateral diplomacy plus blue water navy plus deeper economic integration through free trade agreements can play a major role in sustaining India's vision of free and balanced Indo-Pacific. Thank you.